Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on Assassin's Creed. So today I've got a little video for you guys, not as long as the other ones I've been making recently. A very short video, kind of just like a chilled little commentary that I'm going to be doing. This is a video of the assassins I think deserve sequels in the Assassin's Creed games. There's many stories that Ubisoft kind of create and then just leave. There's lots of assassins that do deserve sequels in Assassin's Creed, and in this video today I'm just going to go over the assassins that I think deserve a second game and would really benefit from being in the franchise again. So let's hop straight into this video, guys. So first of all, I have Connor. Now, you're probably all surprised because I do kind of say I hate Connor a bit, but I do think he could benefit from a sequel in which his character could be fleshed out a lot more, and we could have, you know, kind of a more interesting experience than Assassin's Creed 3 was, because let's all face it, Assassin's Creed 3 wasn't the most interesting game ever, didn't have the most interesting setting or storyline ever, so if we had kind of more of an interesting story to go through with Connor, maybe my opinion on him would change drastically, and his character would actually seem better character than I originally perceived it to be. But yeah, I think it'd be quite cool to see what Connor got up to after the events of Assassin's Creed 3, because he'd basically rid the colonies of all of the Templars, so I don't really know what he'd have to do. He might have done a bit of traveling, he might have become a Master Assassin. We know he became a Master Assassin actually, because in Assassin's Creed Unity, the Connor robes are called the Master Assassin robes of Connor, and you know, we know he became a Master Assassin, and it would be cool to see what he got up to after the events of Assassin's Creed 3, see where he went, see what he did with his life, and then saw his later life, and then, you know, it could definitely make his character seem a lot better in my opinion. I don't think we'll necessarily ever get another Connor game, but I think it would be quite cool just to think on what could happen if we did have him in another Assassin's Creed game. So another character I think should get a sequel from the Assassin's Creed franchise is Arno. Now, at first, I didn't really like Arno's character. I thought it was kind of just like very bland, and even towards the end of the main game in Unity, he became obsessed with Elise, and his character was just quite bland and boring in general. But Dead Kings, in my opinion, definitely saved his character. During Dead Kings, I actually enjoyed playing as Arno, and I thought his personality was just a whole lot better because he was over Elise. He didn't care anymore. He let go of that, and that wasn't stopping his character from shining through. So I really think that Arno, in his, you know, later life after Dead Kings, it would be cool to see what he got up to, and it'd be awesome to see him in another sequel or another game, because I did genuinely like his character in Dead Kings, and even right at the beginning of Assassin's Creed Unity, his character was quite a witty, quite a funny character, and it was only the fact that he was obsessed with Elise that held his character back. Also, we know that Arno also rejoined the Assassins and became a Master Assassin and continued to assist Napoleon and also do a lot of things in Paris. It's also very likely that Arno went to Egypt, because it states at the end of Dead Kings that Arno needed to get the apple from wherever he was to the Al Mualim in Egypt. So it is very likely that Arno went to Egypt during the Napoleonic Wars, and that would be really fucking cool actually, because that means that if Arno were to have a sequel during the Napoleonic Wars, it would mean that we would be able to go to places like Austria, Germany, Russia, and Egypt as well, which would be fucking awesome. But yet again, it's probably very unlikely that we're ever going to get another game with Arno by this point. It'd be very strange if we did, but I'm just saying it would be nice if they fleshed out his character, because it could do him a lot of good. You know, he was already so set up to be very good, but they decided to put Jacob and Evie in Syndicate instead, so, you know, it's a bit silly, but, you know, I'd like to see Arno in another Assassin's Creed game, but it's probably very unlikely it's ever going to happen. So another character that I'd love to see get a sequel in Assassin's Creed is Edward. Now, Edward's Assassin's Creed 4 was basically an origin story. It perfectly set up another story for him, and we also know that in his later years, he did actually travel the world and kind of broaden his horizons a lot and became a wise Master Assassin and the leader of the Assassins in London. And it's just a shame that we never got to see all of that and all the stuff he did, and we only saw his origin story and heard about the rest of it in outer media, in things like books and other stuff, and it's kind of a shame, because I feel like those games could have been fucking awesome if we were playing as Edward and he was like a Master Assassin. You know, he understood the order and everything, and was like you know, all wise, because in Assassin's Creed 4 he was kind of very naive and joined the Assassins to further his own gains, whereas after that he kind of stayed with the Assassins, trained and became a master, and it was fucking all really awesome. And I'd just love it if Edward had another game and was able to have another adventure with him. It'd just be so cool. I genuinely have no idea why Ubisoft didn't make another game with Edward, because literally the whole of Assassin's Creed 4 was just an origin story, and the ending perfectly set up another few games for Edward. You could have had like the Brotherhood kind of thing, where he kind of is learning the ropes with the Assassins and kind of becoming part of the Order, and then where he goes out and broadens his own horizons and kind of travels the world in search for different first civilization things, kind of like Revelations. It could have been so fucking awesome, and Edward was a great character. I would have no problem with another game with him. Edward's like my third favourite character next to Ezio and Altair. Like he's that great. I think they really did well with Edward in Assassin's Creed 4, and I think it's a huge shame they didn't decide to bring him back for another Assassin's Creed game after Assassin's Creed 4. Now, this last character isn't necessarily a kind of sequel, more of a huge collection of things. So, as we know, Altair was, you know, he was only in one game as his main game. Obviously, he was in Revelations, and he was great in that, but he was only in Assassin's Creed 1 as his game, and then the rest of the games that he was in were kind of side games, like Assassin's Creed Altair's Chronicles or Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, and then he was in Assassin's Creed The Secret Crusade, the book, which is a fucking awesome novel, actually. I really like that. But I think it'd be awesome if Ubisoft made a huge collection of all those different experiences that Altair went through and compiled it into a huge game of Altair's life. I think that'd be so fucking awesome, where you have the events of his childhood, the events of Assassin's Creed Altair's Chronicles, the events of Assassin's Creed 1, the events of Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, and then his later life and stuff that he did after Bloodlines. It would be so fucking cool, and all the stuff that's included in The Secret Crusade as well, because that book is awesome, and you know, it makes Altair's character that much better. Like kind of like Revelations did. Revelations made Altair's character a lot more fleshed out, and so did The Secret Crusade as well, as did Bloodlines, and all of the like extra content with Altair really does make you appreciate his character more, and I just don't think the Altair in Assassin's Creed 1 does his character enough justice. So I think it would be awesome if Ubisoft made a huge collection of all Altair's different experiences and made a video game basically based on his life. It'd be so fucking awesome, because one of the reasons I don't want to play Altair's Chronicles, one of the reasons I don't want to play Bloodlines, is because they're not main games really. Like Bloodlines is on the PSP, so I'd have to get an emulator for that, and same with Altair's Chronicles, so it's just kind of a lot of effort to go out and do that. But if they made it into like a huge collection and they remastered everything and remade it, it could be like fucking awesome. I'd love it so much. So it's not necessarily a sequel, it's more of a way of conveying the other experiences and how they were formatted as in like books or side games in handheld device and stuff. It's a way of changing them into like main games on console with remastered graphics and, you know, just completely remaking them. I think that'd be really awesome, because Altair is a great character. He's just a great character, and I love the books. The side games seem pretty cool, and it's also got a load of extra information and stuff about Altair's character, and it'd be cool to see how they would do that in a main console title. So there's not really much else I can talk about. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe for more Assassin's Creed content in the future, and also remember to comment down in the comment section what assassins and characters in Assassin's Creed you think should have a sequel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!